Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are making this shirred elastic dress. It is off shoulder, has a little peplum at the bottom, that catfish vibe. This is actually for a client, Memo, Mama Nela and Kyla. Hi. So that's how it's looking. Let's get straight into the video. I show you how I made this. Now the measurement you really need to know about is your hip measurement, and just note your hips, and then as you cut, add about 2 inches more. Like if you have 40 inches as your hip measurement, you need to, as it is on fold like this, you need to cut it at around 12 and then add an allowance for the seam so that it fits you nicely. So I had measured the height to reach at the knees, and yeah, that's how you just basically cut it. And for the armhole, which is this curve that I have made over here at the top, you just measure around 5. You don't need really specific measurements for this design. It's that simple, guys. So for that, we have cut the front. You notice I had put it on fold so that you have a front and then a back for the dress. Again, you don't need to be very specific with the measurements, as long as you have enough allowance for the elastic, it's okay. Just cut front and back. They can look similar. It's okay. Wow, I take a lot of time showing you how I'm cutting. So when you are done cutting the front and the back, the only thing you need to cut right now is the sleeves, and just measure around your sleeve. For this one I put 13. So if your sleeve is around 12, you add 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So for this one I put 13, and you just cut it off from the armhole you had made from the dress. No biggie, like literally this is how you do it and it will work. So those are 2 sleeves for the left and the right hand, and now we are ready to sew. First, when I'm sewing, I start attaching the sleeve, say the left sleeve to the left side of the front, and then the right sleeve to the right sleeve of the front. What did I say? I think I made sense. But just attach the sleeve first to the front part of the dress and then to the back part of the dress. After you're done attaching the sleeves, go ahead and attach the side seams, starting all the way from the sleeve to the hem. So the side seam, all the way from the sleeve to the hem of the dress. Do that for both the sides. It's just 2 sides. For this DIY, you definitely need a sewing machine, because I don't know if you can hand sew all this. So after sewing the sides, you now need to hem the top of the dress, because it's an off shoulder. It's supposed to be about 1 inch of allowance where you'll put in the elastic band, and after you sew that, you need to leave a space where you'll insert the elastic. Yeah, that space over there, that's where you'll put in the elastic as you finish the dress. Now you can hem the sleeves, just a little allowance, a normal hem, it's okay. So for this design, we will not hem the bottom because we are putting that peplum that you had already seen. So just after hemming the sleeves, we will be ready to do the shirring. So that's the type of elastic thread I use. I just use black, no problem. You can wind it using your hands so that it's tight enough. As you wind, you just pull on the thread so that it goes tight, and that's okay. Then for the top thread, you definitely use your normal thread. Putting it in the bobbin case, make sure it's clockwise, the thread is going clockwise, then you put it in. If your bobbin case was set to sew using normal thread, you need to adjust it, loosen it up a bit so that the elastic thread moves swiftly. I think I'm making sense. If you know how to sew, I guess you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, loosen up your bobbin case a little so that the threads can come out okay. And then just go on sewing. Like no big deal. Like just go sew through the fabric. And it's just an issue of eyeballing the distance between the first line of threads to the second to the consecutive ones. There's nothing you can do about it. Now you can set at the bottom the hem of the dress as you go up. When you reach the sleeves, you can leave that lower parts of the dress and continue just doing the same process towards the top until you reach the hem you had created for the elastic band. After you're done, there'll be a space left at the bottom of the sleeve, and this is where you'll go separately and just fill up the space with some elastic thread. Now, and I'm feeling like this tutorial is a bit fast if you have never sewn, but if you've sewn before, I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Just go ahead and finish up the sleeve part. Okay, so that's how it's looking after you're done with the whole dress. This is how the effect of the shirring appears. The elastic you use to put on the top of the dress, I use a bobby pin for this because I don't know where my safety pins are. Anyway, it works just the same way. You need to take the measurements of your around your shoulder so that you can do this process, so that you cut enough elastic for your shoulder. After you're done putting in the elastic, that's how the dress looks at the top. So now we are going to make gathers for the peplum you're putting at the bottom. For gathers, obviously you know you're supposed to make 2 lines of stitches. They're supposed to be long stitches, and then just gather them until they are fully gathered and equally spaced. Then we can attach it to the dress. So that they are, just make sure they are equally spaced before we can attach them to the hem of the dress. And as you attach, make sure that the stitch you're using to attach is in the middle of the 2 stitches you had used to create the gathers. After this process is done, just hem the peplum and the dress is ready to wear. It's ready. This is how our dress is looking. Let me give you a slow-mo kidogo. So please go ahead and like, share, subscribe if you liked what you saw, if I helped you in any way. Yes. Also, I do a lot of opinionated videos on Wednesdays. You can check those out as well. Thank you.